now, okay?
That's light affliction.
But that's not affliction. What is our struggles in terms of us being in this faith? And I'm not talking about struggle as a struggle. I'm talking about struggling in this truth. All of that's going to lead to you at the last end, what is righteousness. The greatest reward that you can't even comprehend. You understand?
Yeah.
So we got to deal with the suffering right now. And then at the last end, receive glory.
Hey.
It's always about the end result, baby.
Hey, man.
And I don't cut you too, brother. It's like these people, they're enjoying themselves right now. They're enjoying their glory right now. But what's going to be the last end of their glory? They're not going to have anything.
That's what I'm trying to say is the fact that, see these people, they're going to have people bowing down to you. Imagine these Edomites here just bowing down to you. That's just two. Now I'm talking about thousands of men bowing themselves down to this youth.
Or sister,
Or you. Or any one of you brothers or sisters. Because men of other nations, they're going to bow themselves down to all women also.
That's right.
Yeah. Don't feel, oh, because they're women, they ain't going to bow down. They're going to bow down. Alright?
Yeah.
You're going to have all these people bowing down to you.
Yeah, I got something as well.
They ain't gonna be talking shit either. They're gonna have their mouths closed and they're gonna bow down. Okay? Go ahead.
Yeah, this is Isaiah 60 verse 5. It says, matter of fact, stop at verse 4. It says, lift up thine eyes round about and see, and all they gather themselves together, they come to thee. Thy sons shall come from far, and thy daughters shall be nursed at thy side.
Right.
Then thou shalt see and flow together, and thine heart shall fear, and be enlarged because of the abundance of the sea shall be converted unto thee.
So it's gonna blow brothers' minds, man. Even with the new bodies that we're gonna have while we're seeing this, our minds gonna blow our minds to see all the thousands upon thousands and millions of people that have just been given over unto us, man. And acknowledging that these people are now our property. You understand what I'm saying? Women, men, children, families,
Animals,
grandparents, sons, daughters are going to be our properties. We're actually going to be men. We're going to be respectable men. We're going to be the owners of other men. We own men. We own people. You know?
we're going to be the aristocrats of the next world.
Right? How could you not fear and respect them? A man that owns other people and land. How could you not respect the individual like that? You understand? And look at that person with some type of reverence, man. Some type of fear. Okay, that the fact that you have power over the body of another person. You brothers are fighting to have power over your own woman, man. You're having a hard time having power over your own woman. Arguing all the time. You try to get her to make you a sandwich and you get hell in return, man. Why don't you get up and do it? Why don't you do it? You tell her to do something, she arguing with you. You're having a hard time getting her to text you back. Let alone, you know. But you gotta have all kind of women texting you in the kingdom, man.
But they won't be texting, they just gonna be coming up to
They're gonna be hollering, man. They're gonna be screaming. They're gonna be screaming, man.
And these men, they're gonna come before you to work too.
You're gonna have to be pushing past them. You're gonna be like, they're gonna be trying to crowd you, and you're gonna be like, you know. Then the Ishmaelite man's gonna be, hey, make way, make way. The king's coming through. And you're gonna be like,
We're gonna get that fame.
so you're gonna get that fame, man, that celebrity fame.
Listen,
Go on.
this is Job chapter 8 verse 7. Though thy beginning was small, yet thy latter end should greatly increase.
Can I break this down, baby? That's my point. Because right now we're small right now. Right now as it stands, we're looking all shabby, man, in this world. But in the midst of in the midst of us working, it's all going to lead up to what's going to happen to us for the last end. Okay, it's like, for example, right? There's this car, one of my favorite cars, is I'm into cars, you know. So there's this car, right? And it's obviously the GT40, Ford GT40. In '66, that car was winning all kinds of races. The people that was dealing with that car to build that car to perform those different races. I mean, there were times when the car was riding real smooth and it was doing pretty good, and then certain things broke down. And this just involves all classic cars, right? So what makes the car classic and valuable is based on the historical background it has. Now, if you have a car that has a great history behind it due to the amount of races it participated or won even, okay, and then they put a lot of work into the car, later on down the line, yeah, that car may be looking shabby because it's racing, because it's putting in that work. But in 30 years' time, that car's going to be worth 30 million in 30 years' time. Okay, so you might have drove that car at the age of, let's just say, 25. Now you're 55, the car's worth like 20 million. But in the midst of that car's time, when it was racing and everything like that, that car wasn't worth that much because it was in its working season. So right now, we're not worth that much right now because we're in our season. But the minute we get done putting in the work, now we're going to become a memorial. Okay, we're going to become men of higher value. Okay, because of the great works that we put in. All right. So it's always the last result. So let's say you want to go buy you the classic, racing car, the GT40. You have to pay top dollar to get that car. It's not $200,000, dollars anymore. Now it's worth like $30 million now, or $20 million, because of the amount of great things that car has done, the amount of great racing.
Collector's item.
It's like Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Shai had a great name. Why did he have a great name? Why? Because he's 2,000. He was just walking on the scene 2,000 years ago. No. The reason why Yahweh Shai has a great name is because of the deeds he's done in the midst of his age. Now, during the time of Yahweh Shai, he wasn't great. Nobody respected him. No one recognized him. Even his family didn't respect him. Okay, it's like now, none of our people really respect us. Even the nations don't respect us. But in the last end, in due time, our words are going to be remembered. And we're going to have a precious name like Yahweh Shai. Why? Because of the great works that we've done in the past. So it's always about the result. You may not see the result now, but at the last you will see the result. Okay? Yeah. This is not always about the now. It's always about, sometimes it's about the future. You got to look beyond the future.
This is Solomon 3, start at 6. As gold in the furnace hath he tried them and received them as a burnt offering.
So as gold that's burned in a furnace, as he tried them. Alright? Alright. So read that again, sir.
Wisdom of Solomon 3 and 6. As gold in the furnace hath he tried them and received them as a burnt offering.
Okay? So basically, what's that saying? It's saying that the men of the Lord have to be tried. They're going to have to go through trial and tribulation. Right? Light affliction. Part of that light affliction is bearing your cross, man. Right? Certain brothers are suffering certain illnesses and ailments, man. Okay? Family problems. Okay, with the children, with your wife, you might be paying child support. Okay, even your parents giving you issues, might kick you out the house, like you're homeless. Trying to find a place to live, you're trying to sort that out, you're trying to ask brothers, you're trying to sort shit, you're trying to gather money together, got no job. You gotta deal with that. You know what I'm saying? Or you might be dealing with multiple things. You might be homeless and suffering with a certain type of ailment too. Okay? Alright, you catching head on the job with these Edomites.
On Twitter.
Right? I'm saying? Go ahead, man. Well, you're gonna have to endure these things until the end. Alright? You're gonna have to endure all these things. Alright? Catching hell from your own people. Catching you on the job and a nigga woman on the job, man. And she don't like other black men. She into the white men. She's giving you hell. And you have to deal with her because she's on your job. Or you're dealing with these Edomites, man, giving you hell. You're in and out of jobs because every time you get employed in a job, your manager's a damn Edomite, man. Alright? So that's your light affliction. Like me, I got fired the other day. I work for them fucking gooks, man. And them gooks think this is China, man. They think they can just do what they like. You can work for them for 4 days. You get £100 each day, but they only pay you for 3 days. You phone them up. Why you only pay me for 3 days? Oh yeah, we don't have to pay you for the 4th day because you turned up a little bit late. You know, like, so what? I work my hours. I wasn't even late. You know what I'm saying? So by law, you have to pay me for my hours. And plus, you haven't been given pay slips either. And that's against the law too. So they're coming here thinking they can just do what they like, thinking that we're not going to report them. And then now you got to deal with that now. That's currently what I'm doing. Alright? So in this place, nothing is certain, man. Alright? Go ahead.
Verse 7 it says, and in the time of their visitation shall they shine and run to and fro like sparks among the stubble.
In the time of their visitation, right? So the scriptures say, in the time of their visitation, okay, what shall happen?
They shall shine and run to and fro like sparks among the stubble.
Right. So we're gonna have a different type of energy, bro. We're gonna be running to and fro like sparks in the stubble, bro. You know, we're gonna have a different type of energy altogether. A different look, a different appearance, a different energy, a different level of power. Where the nations will fear us, man. Okay? What's going to happen, man?
They shall judge the nations.
They shall judge the nations. Meaning we're going to beat them up. We're going to have to beat them up. Because we can't talk them into submission. We can't reason and debate with them into submission. We're going to have to beat them up. The scripture says, and the saints shall take the kingdom. Alright? Which means we're going to seize the kingdom. Alright? We're going to arrest the kingdom. Alright?
It says they shall judge the nations and have dominion over the people. And their laws shall reign forever.
Okay? That's what's going to happen. Alright? So let's go back to the
This is Luke 14, Luke chapter 14, verse 27. And whosoever doeth not bear his cross and come after me cannot be my disciple. So
right. So don't think in this truth you're going to get an easy ride, man. Don't think your life is going to get better when you reform yourself into the truth, acknowledging you're an Israelite and saying, yeah, I want to be out here in the streets because I don't like the white man's world, man. I don't see it going anywhere. Alright? I mean, it's dead. All these people are fake. They talk bare shit. Some bare pointless shit. Okay? And it's all the front. Everybody's just fronting out here. You know what I'm saying? It's the same shit all the time. All these people go to the pub, they go to the club, they drink it up, they puke all over the place. Okay? It's just nonsense. It's just a fake facade out here. You're working all the time, alright? Or I'm on a job and the white man that I'm working for, he's giving me help. Alright?
So like, and that's part of what's it called, bearing your cross. Because, like I said, we have a nurse. She's a Benjamite, and she helps us patients with sickle cell. And all her team are all Edomites, man, and they bully her, man. She was gonna look for another job, and I said to her, it's about 2 years ago. I said, the Lord put you in that job, and the Lord wants to take you from that job. He will make the decision, not them, man. And I told her to pray on it. And the ringleader now, of them that were bullying her, she's off sick now. Got a letter saying she's not going to come back to work, man. And now things have got a lot better for her. So that's a part of bearing your cross. You ain't going to stay in the same bit forever, man. But if you, in this world, and you listen to the messages that these whites give you, through their TV and their media, that's the reason why we got Jakes killing each other, drugs. I only got one life to live. All these nigger kind of philosophies, man. All right. So at that bearing your cross, it's in many different ways. You got what, eczema, innit?
Yeah. The most I help me out.
Oh, okay. See, but his brother's got eczema. Some brothers might have money problems. I've got sleeping problems, sickness problems, pain problems. But we still bear our own cross and keep going. Because what's the alternative?
Going back to the war.
Yeah, being a nigga like these people, man. Or being an Uncle Tom. Nah, man, I ain't gonna do that. And you know what, even when I went in the truth, my sister said this to me. She said, oh, you hated white people from a young age. I thought about it. I said, yeah, I did. But you know why? The Lord showed me that they were wicked, man. Very wicked, man. Even when I went in the truth, I knew that they were my enemy, man. You ask the average Israelite today, what's your enemy? They ain't gonna tell you.
Because you as one of the tribes, so-called black man or Latino man, you see how your people are suffering. You see how they hate one another. And it's like the wound is not healing. It's becoming worse. The wound is becoming worse. We're becoming more destroyed as a people. We're trying.
Sorry. I'm a whore.
That's a good analogy, though. The wound is opening up more and more.
Yeah. And you know, and if Yahweh Shai doesn't come and restore all things, we'll be forever be destroyed, man. In this valley of death. Alright, because right now this is the valley of death, man. Okay? Yep. Everything you look at, from every angle you look at is just death. The food you eat. Yep. Alright, these women sleeping around. Alright? There's death on every side. The air you're breathing is all polluted. Think about all this pollution. You could be riding your ped, right? And you're behind one of these cars or one of these buses. You think about the petrol, the gas that's been pumped into the air. And we're breathing this in every day. We're breathing in this polluted air every day. It's madness, man. Alright? The shit that they're pumping in the sky. Alright? The food you're eating. When you're hungry, you want to eat something that's healthy, man. When you look around you, all you see is McDonald's, fucking, what's it, Burger King, or fucking, one McDonald's there, another one right there. Five Guys.
What would you suggest we eat?
That's what I'm trying to say.
No, not that, but what?
Well, you gotta figure out something, man. You gotta try to cook your own little meals. You know?
Vegetables, no meat.
Yeah, something like that.
Original vegetables.
Yeah.
Not the GMO.
Yeah.
Best way you can.
GMO vegetables, man. It's crazy.
Well, a lot of it is real corn, seeds, GMO.
Yeah.
Carrot, GMO.
Yeah.
I mean,
You're from America, right? You asked him about the food over there. The food over there is terrible, man.
the what?
The food over there in America,
It's the
man.
same as here. Terrible.
Terrible.
No different. They just call it different. But listen to me. I appreciate everything you do. Let me tell you a secret about myself. Look at the fact that I speak the truth like you brother me doing. I became a target.
A what?
A target.
Target.
America. A target
Yeah.
in America. Like my head,
They wanna kill you. Why?
I speak the truth. The same truth that you speak.
I told you guys be careful. Salute. Be careful. That's real. Real life. Everybody doesn't like it.
No.
Know that.
That's true. Now there's a singer called Slappy. Now there's a singer called Lady Gaga. You've heard of her, right?
Yeah.
She was on a stage once, and she was walking, and she said in an interview that the demons in her dreams come on stage when she's performing. Yeah.
Right.
There was one thing. She's walking, and you could tell it. She's got her voice, and it said, "I hate the truth so much," and it said it in a very demonic kind of sound. She's talking about this. Talking about this truth. You know. Once you bring out this, you are a target. You are.
I'm not lying to you. I'm being honest with you, brother. That's not something I tell everybody, you know?
This is 2 Timothy 1 and 7. It says, "For Yahweh hath not given us the spirit of fear, of power, and of love, and of a sound mind."
Right, so when we're out here, we have a sound mind, bro. Our mentality is we know we're doing the right thing. So if they want to come for us, fuck it. They don't come. We got a sound mind when we're in this thing. We know, we firmly believe in the kingdom to come. We've seen the chariots, man. So we know this thing is real. We've seen them in the sky, man. You know what I'm trying to say? So we believe in this thing. So there's nothing else that can sway us. Okay? We have a sound mind. So that's why I said we don't have the spirit of what fear. We don't fear of what these Edomites are going to do. The scriptures tell you they're going to ultimately be our slaves. In the world to come, when this system comes crashing down, there's going to be another system, a righteous system for our people, so-called blacks, Latinas, the natives. We're going to rule all people. We're going to rule everything. We're going to rule lands, people. We're going to have real substance, man. Cattle, gold, silver, all them precious stones. We're going to have mountains, forests, greenery. We're going to have all that in possession. Hold on.
What you just spoke, right? We'll have this, we'll have that, we'll have this. Things that people hold value to. Everything that people hold value to is in home, it's in Africa, it's on the ground. It's like this pebble right here, you know what I mean? So why are we here?
Why are we here? What do you mean, why are we here?
Why are we here?
Because obviously this is our place that we're waiting for. We're here to be prophesied.
But you just prophesied that in the future we will have diamonds, silver, gold.
Right.
It's on the ground right now in Africa.
Okay, no, that's our ancestral homeland.
What do you mean by that?
Our ancestral homeland is the land of Israel.
Where is Israel?
Don't you know where Israel is?
Where is Israel? You tell me where Israel is. Tell me where you think Israel is.
You know what they call Palestine?
I know what they call Palestine. You talking about Israel right next door.
Right there.
You talking about Gaza.
Right.
Listen to me. I don't know for listen. Trust me, I'm righteous. I'm not a bad person. Listen. Israel, right? Gaza, Palestine. Those places where they're telling you that they are just came into effect in like 1965. Do you not know that?
Why was that land taken in 1948?
It wasn't taken. It was just called. This is now Israel.
Right,
this is now Gaza. This is Palestine. There's one place, Gaza. It's Gaza.
But why that place?
To throw us off.
What's so important about that land?
There's nothing important about it.
Why did he pick that land?
It's a place that was just there, and they could tell you.
So it's all random. They could have picked any place in the world.
Any place in the world.
But they just picked that place.
That place.
That's rubbish. You think that, brother? That's rubbish.
Listen,
there's a reason why they chose that land.
Israel is in this Bible, correct? Israel is written in this Bible. Right. Israel is written in the Apocrypha. Right. Israel is written in the Quran. Right. And the Torah.
Right.
Why in 1965 then did they say that this place is this?
1948.
40, was it 48?
Yeah,
1948.
It wasn't 65? It was 48. Okay.
So she said that again.
Okay. Sorry. So why in 1948 did they say that this place is Gaza or Palestine or Israel? Why did they say that in 1948 rather than, you know what I mean, in 1420 when, you know, whenever Bible was written?
Because people over there, so to them, they don't understand the scriptures. They're being calm. So that's why they call that place Israel. Well, we know that Israel's a people before it's a place. Yeah, so that's basically the reason why they call it that. We know. Let me read this.
Yeah.
It's Galatians 4:26, and it says, "But Jerusalem, which is above, is free, which is the mother of us all." So Jerusalem is the Holy Land.
Yeah, absolutely.
But they've called it Israel because they're being called. Do you know? We know.
I'm not debating. I'm sorry.
Israel is.
I'm not debating you. I'm not debating you. I just want you to know I'm not debating you.
Right.
I'm trying to come to an understanding. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But anyway, this is what I'm coming at. I personally know that maps are deceiving. You know what I mean? They create maps and put this and this and this and this there, right? So with that being said, due to the fact that, well, I know my personal history. I don't know where you guys are all from, but I know I'm an American. I'm the American Negro. That's me. Yeah. With that being said, my history was taken, period. So through my trying to find my history, you know what I mean? I discovered, I'm like, okay, the map is jacked up, you know what I'm saying? You can look at a map and see it's just a puzzle, you know what I'm saying? And you know everything came from one place, like Africa, like I say. Now you're talking about Jerusalem, right?
Right.
With Jerusalem and Israel, where they say Israel is, it just came apart. You said 1948?
Right.
Okay, 1948. Why 1948? This place right here is called Israel. And we know that everybody there is just like, it's a melting pot. They bring everybody from everywhere, you know what I'm saying? But they're more European than African, you know what I'm saying? Now, why do they call this Jerusalem? Knowing that they were stealing, definitely stole, you know, my history, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm trying to find it, you know what I'm saying?
So you acknowledge you're in Israel?
Do I understand that?
You acknowledge that?
Oh, I acknowledge that through the Bible.
Right. But you don't acknowledge that that land is the land of Israel.
I don't
You
believe
think
it.
it's African?
Okay, how about
So do you believe that you're African then?
How about this? I'll tell you like this. Regardless if it's Israel or Palestine or wherever, you know what I mean? I'm not from the Caucasus Mountains, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
This, African cocoa man tan.
So where do you think you're from then?
Originally, everybody, regardless of where you migrated to, is from African descent. You know what I mean?
African descent.
Correct. Which means Africa was they call it Africa, forget the name. Forget the label. This place we know is Africa, right? Everybody came from there, regardless.
Everybody.
Especially those, who look like us. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's it.
That's what you was taught. We migrated them.
Deuteronomy 11 and 10, and it says, "For the land whither thou goest in to possess it is not as the land of Egypt, from whence ye came out, where thou sowest thy seed, and waterest with thy foot as a garden of herbs. But the land whither ye go to possess it is the land of hills and valleys, and drinketh water of the rain of heaven. A land which the Lord thy power careth for. The eyes of the Lord thy power are always upon it, from the beginning of the year, even unto the end of the year."
Talking about the land of Israel. Not Africa.
Yeah.
Like, I know you understand. If you look at the land of Israel, it looks pretty desolate. So you're thinking that can't be the promised land. It has to be like Congo or something like that. You're thinking something like that, but it's not. The Lord made that land desolate because the fact that the real Israelites are not in there. You got a bunch of heathens in the land of Israel right now. They're claiming to be us. You got Ethiopians there. Okay? But the land that we was once from is the land of Israel, the Fertile Crescent. Alright? But we're not natives to the land of what you call Africa.
We're not native to that land. We migrated there. I know I've even been to Nigeria, and a man from Lagos even told me that. He said, we the Igbos, we know that we got removed out from Israel because of the Romans. He even told me that.
Running.
Yeah, he even told one of the elders of Igbo. Exactly. So you have to understand that even certain people in Africa know that they're not indigenous to that land. Okay, they're migrated there. They're scattered throughout Africa. The Bantu. There's some of them in Kenya. You got some of them in Somalia. All right, South Africa, mainly predominantly West Africa. All right, so they spread out in the land of Africa over time. So they wasn't always just there. They spread out because they wasn't originally there. They migrated there. Through migrations, they went to East Africa or South Africa, but mainly West Africa. They settled in West Africa, and they built the ancient Ghanaian Empire, Songhai Empire, Timbuktu. You had Mansa Musa. You had different Israelite kings that were very wealthy. But we didn't originate there. We're not indigenous to that land. We fled there because of persecution from the Romans. Go ahead.
This is Babylon to Timbuktu by Rudolph R. Windsor. He's a so-called African American. This is page 84. It says, in the year 65 BC, the Roman armies under General Pompey captured Jerusalem.
Right.
In 70 AD,
70 AD, right?
General Vespasian and his son Titus
Right.
put an end to the Jew state with great slaughter.
So Vespasian and his son Domitian, they were slaughtering the Israelites in 70 AD. Now Vespasian and Domitian, those are Edomites, so-called white men. Okay, who was ruling the Roman Empire, the pagan Roman Empire at the time. Because at that time, we as a people were a province in the ancient Roman Empire. We was under tribute. But they decided, Vespasian and Domitian, they said, you know what? We're going to get rid of these Jews, these people of Judah. All right? So we're going to burn the temple. We're going to enslave them. We're going to slaughter them. All right, go ahead.
During the period of the military governors of Palestine, many outrages and atrocities were committed against the residue of the people. During the period from Pompey to Julius, it has been estimated that over 1 million Jews fled into Africa, fleeing from Roman persecution and slavery.
So from Pompey to Julius, it's estimated that 1 million Jews fled into Africa